In African history, power is often remembered through conquest armies, battles, and fallen enemies. But some of the greatest rulers were not those who expanded territory by force, but those who understood how to hold power without tearing their empire apart. In the 18th century, in what is now southwestern Nigeria, one such ruler emerged. His name was Alafin Abiodun, and under his reign the Oyo Empire reached one of its most stable and prosperous golden ages. The Oyo Empire was already powerful before Abiodun ascended the throne. It commanded vast territory, controlled trans-Saharan and coastal trade routes, and possessed one of the most feared cavalry forces in West Africa. But with power came danger. Too much military dominance risked tyranny. Too much central authority risked rebellion. And too much ambition could destroy the balance that held the empire together. Abiodun understood this danger clearly. When he became Alafin, he inherited an empire strained by internal tensions between the throne, the military elite, religious authorities, and provincial leaders. Many rulers before him relied heavily on warfare to maintain dominance. Abiodun chose a different path. Rather than ruling through constant expansion, he ruled through equilibrium, carefully balancing military strength, commerce, religion, and political restraint. One of Abiodun's most significant decisions was redefining the role of the military. The Oyo army was formidable, especially its cavalry. But unchecked military power could overwhelm civil authority. Abiodun limited aggressive external campaigns and redirected focus inward toward trade protection, infrastructure, and internal stability. This shift allowed commerce to flourish. Under Abiodun, Oyo became a major commercial hub, linking inland markets with coastal trade networks. Goods flowed across the empire, textiles, kola nuts, leather, horses, and crafts. Wealth increased not through conquest alone, but through controlled exchange. But Abiodun's greatest strength lay in governance. The Oyo political system was complex and sophisticated. The Alafin was powerful but not absolute. Councils such as the Oyomezi held the king accountable. Religious institutions acted as moral checks. Provincial leaders maintained local authority. Many kings saw these limits as threats. Abiodun saw them as protection. He respected institutional balance, understanding that legitimacy lasts longer than fear. By cooperating with councils rather than crushing them, he preserved unity across the empire. Religion also played a stabilizing role. Abiodun upheld traditional spiritual systems that reinforced social order and kingship legitimacy. Rituals, festivals, and sacred authority were not symbolic gestures. They were political tools that bound people to the state. This fusion of governance, belief, and commerce created an era of relative peace. For years, Oyo prospered. Its borders were secure, its economy strong, its political institutions functional. While other empires rose and fell through constant warfare, Oyo endured through measured leadership. Yet history carries irony. Abiodun's restraint, while stabilizing, also planted future vulnerabilities. By reducing military expansion and external pressure, internal factions gradually gained influence. After his death, the delicate balance he maintained began to unravel. Later rulers lacked his discipline. The military reasserted dominance. Internal divisions deepened, and eventually the empire that Abiodun preserved would face decline. But this does not diminish his legacy. Alafin Abiodun represents a powerful lesson in African statecraft. That strength is not always loud. That empire can be maintained through wisdom, not just war. And that balance, once broken, is difficult to restore. Today, Abiodun is remembered as the ruler who showed that African governance was not primitive or impulsive, but calculated, institutional, and deeply political. He did not seek endless conquest. He sought durability, and for a time, he achieved it.